Hello YouTube viewers, this is your host of the channel. We're going to be doing devotional for second suit. Running from God. But in your heart you set apart Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give a reason of hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. I was holding my youngest child, waving as my husband took our older kids off to school. When my next door neighbor drove up in her brand new convertible, she and her little one were heading to the beach, and she asked if I would join them to be neighborly, and I asked because I love to drive in convertibles. I said yes. Our little guys became new friends as they splashed in the waves and dug holes in the sand. Well, I started talking with my new neighbor. A few minutes later, another woman joined us, and her son started playing with our boys. She said that she and her new boyfriend, she's son's father, had just gotten in a car and drove in here to Florida from somewhere cold. They drove straight into the beach, climbed out of their cars, and decided to stay. Well, my neighbor said, "What brought you on the kind of road trip?" She replied, "My boyfriend's mom is a Christian, and she kept trying to tell us to get married and find God. We just decided to run away from her and her God." I couldn't help myself. I started babbling over the laughter, and then I reached right out and hugged her. "You might be running from God," I told her, "but He got you here ahead of you. I'm a Christian too, and I'm here to tell you that He loves you. There's no place you can run or hide." We talked for quite a while. She felt safe asking questions of a stranger, things she's uncomfortable about asking her mother-in-law. By the time we left, we had prayed together, and she had a new respect for her soon-to-be mother-in-law. My new neighbor was a little frightened out, but that's okay. Her old next-door neighbor became Jesus. At the Holy Land experience in Orlando, it seems she couldn't run and hide from God either. He got big plans for my new neighbor someday. My prayer. Dear Lord, sometimes I just ask your sense of humor. You always know just who to bring together, and with perfect timing, thank you for putting words in my mouth when we're not sure what to say. Help us to love one another, love others, and be ready to share your love when we least expect it to. Amen. Soon. We can't run from God because He's always going to find us. Even in the midst of it, everything, He's going to find us. Everywhere. We can't hide. We can't run from Him because He's always going to find us no matter what. So don't run or hide from Him, because He's there for you, right there in the midst of it all. So like, comment, even share my videos. God bless. Peace upon you. Laters.